An accident investigation report has found that a cruise ship stranded at sea back in 2019 could have been one of the worst maritime disasters in history. Plus, Royal Caribbean's private oasis of Labadee faces an uncertain future today as the cruise line has announced more cancellations. And are you ready to cruise with one of the most controversial things aboard a Carnival ship? Let's roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. It's your Captain Corey. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And yes, my hat is backwards. It's because someone in the comment section said, you look stupid wearing a hat inside. So I turned it backwards just for you. Now let's get things kicked off with a question of the day. Question: which cruise line has the best customer service? That's right, we're keeping it positive. Let me know your answers in the comments down below. But now, we're going to drop our anchors right here with the lead story of the day. And to do that, we actually have to rewind the clocks back to March of 2019, before the dark times, the cruise shut down, to a day which lives in infamy most likely for all that were aboard the Viking Sky, as the ship battled aggressive winds, driving rains, and just an overall torrential storm.
Oh, the big one.
Viking Sky suddenly lost power throughout all of this, resulting in the ship being unable to move and nearly being pushed aground, while onlookers on shore captured the harrowing moments of the full event that was unfolding before them. All told, the propulsion outage lasted for nearly 40 minutes on the ship and resulted in a Norwegian safety board investigation into the incident. And that board's findings are just now coming to light. Their report blames the cruise operator Viking for several significant lapses in safety as well as technical failures, and they reached the conclusion that the Viking Sky should have actually never sailed on March 23rd due to the conditions that were already present on board the ship. Investigators from this Norwegian Safety Investigation Authority, say that twice, have revealed publicly that the power loss, aka the blackout on board and the no propulsion, was due to insufficient lubricating oil being present inside the ship's generators, which run on diesel fuel. There's essentially a little pan, kind of like your oil pan in the car. When it gets too low and the ship starts sloshing, you're going to have the generators run without oil, kind of like if you're low on oil in your car and you go around a corner, you might see your oil light come on in your dashboard. And all of this, of course, was made worse due to the rough conditions in the ocean that day. You just see the pictures. They're iconic coming out from this ship. The report claims it took about 39 minutes for crew members on board to restore at least a minimum functionality that would allow the ship to move forward under a little bit of power. Additional information has come to light that when Viking Sky departed her initial port to begin the 13-night cruise that saw this event, she was already at a heightened risk for problems because one of the redundant generators on board was already out of service. Now, this is considered a lack of redundancy, which led investigators to conclude the ship should have never departed in the first place. Investigators went on to say that the Sky did not fully comply with the safety standards set forth by SOLAS, the safety of life at sea, probably a word you're used to hearing around the time the muster drill happens on your ship. The report issued 14 safety recommendations aimed at preventing this from ever occurring in the future. But it's important to note here that neither Viking or the shipbuilder are completely to blame for this incident, as the regulations that SOLAS set forth were found to not give clear enough instructions on how cruise operators and shipbuilders should measure or check for compliance regarding this oil pan issue. So this near disaster sounds like it was kind of everyone's fault leading up to this. Now we need to keep the cruise news moving right along because there's a lot of it. Where are my loyal to Royal folks, the folks wearing this t-shirt? Royal Caribbean have just canceled at least another month of visits to Labadee, Haiti. If you're not familiar, Labadee is a private resort area set up by Royal Caribbean solely for their guests. It's located about a 6-hour drive from Port-au-Prince, Haiti, where, if you haven't seen the news, terrible unrest is unfolding right now. It's a very sad situation. So out of an abundance of caution and respect for their guests, Royal Caribbean say they will no longer be bringing passengers to Labadee for the next month. Instead, they'll reroute their ships to other places, including Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and Perfect Day at Coco key. So Royal Caribbean moving swiftly to keep their guests out of harm's way. Good looking out, Royal. And speaking of good looking out, did you know I'm always on the lookout for you? So you'll have everything you need the next time you cruise. That's right, I've made a list of my favorite cruise essentials, the best items you can buy on Amazon for your next cruise, and I'm going to leave a link to it down in the description below this video. It's a great way to support this channel while just buying something you'd buy anyways for your next cruise. Thanks for your support. All right, this is a family-friendly channel, but parents, you may want your little ears to be somewhere else for this next cruise news story. Carnival Cruise Line has faced a lot of backlash online about a particular statue. Well, a recreation of a very famous statue on board their ships, so much so that they've covered up the statue of little David, with a fig leaf to protect people's eyes, their very delicate eyes. Now, I personally don't have a problem with this statue. It's just a historical statue. But you know, if you do, that's you, boo. I don't mind. The replica of Michelangelo's statue, David, is making a comeback on a very special cruise ship. That's right. This very tall, very naked gentleman is going to be welcoming you on board the Carnival Fire Engine. I don't know what to call this thing. When she sets sail here in the next few months. Now, this statue is world-renowned from the Italian Renaissance period. It's beloved by many art enthusiasts all over the world, myself included. And Carnival Cruise Line has done us the favor of sharing some pictures of David's new home. You can see right here at the top of the staircase, the 17-foot marble man will live in the Academia Gallery on board this cruise ship. Surprisingly, this is not his first home on board of a Carnival cruise ship, as David has actually spent over 20 years on board the Carnival Pride inside the ship's steakhouse. And it looks to me like there's a table and chairs set up right behind the statue, so I guess if you want to take some funny selfies with a full moon in the background, it might be possible on board the Carnival Flonase. I think it'd be a great time to leave a like on this video if you thought this last story was hilarious. Maybe consider getting subscribed if you enjoy fun, informative cruise news on a regular basis. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today, and until next time, we'll see ya on the Midships.
la 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 la